Hit the stage, burn it down. Wish Nirvana in the crowd. Used to serve it in your town. Like a pitcher on the mound. Putting it work for 100 racks. Putting the stack in the
Menu narration option is set to off.
Dancing on my wall. Diss me and I don't see your response.
It's week 4 of the NFL, and we'll get a look here at Derrick Henry. There's a lot to like from his showing last week. Well over 100 yards and a pair of scores. It's the Titans and the Bengals, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Well, the Titans ready to take over on offense for the first time, and it is the now 35-year-old Ryan Tannehill who leads them out in his 12th NFL campaign.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Go.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And in. second down. You talk about this Bengals defense. This unit, third best in the NFL in stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Back deep for Cincinnati, the rookie Charlie Jones. It's taken to the 26. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals now set for their first possession, and it's Pro Bowler Joe Burrow who leads this offense in his 4th season now out of LSU.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here we go. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now a 3-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The numbers for Mixon last week, 11 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
Here we go. Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch. 11.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And Burrow going to change the play.
Delay of game, offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 1st and 1.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He gets it to Thomas. The Bengals at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
Burrow throw complete there to Thomas. And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans.
I know many talk about the kick return as maybe the most exciting play in football. But any type of a return where it's a change of possession, where the defense gets the ball, that's exciting too. But it's not just an accident. Once they get the football, they've worked on finding people to block, creating running lanes for the guy with the ball, and protecting him. And this one was a long run.
Absolutely, they did. Touchdown, Bengals. Herb Smith Jr., his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. Going up top. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. You talk about this Bengals defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
It'll be maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
3rd down and 13. Now Tannehill. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It was Myles Murphy who fired in and got him to the ground.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Gun. Dad. 11 MP, take. 11 MP, take.
Now it's Burrow. In trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Now it's Mixon running right. Fights him off. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready?
Here's 3rd and 3.
11, 11.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 41. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And the catch made by Hopkins. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. A 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense set to go again. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Henry again on second down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Tannehill. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Trailing Burks. 73 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return is Charlie Jones. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy. Okay, we're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. And I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
11 Thomas. 11.
Burrow will throw. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown. Jamar Chase, 65 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they had been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. Score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Tannehill now to throw. That's complete downfield to Okonkwo. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Holding offense.
That's on the guard, Cody Ford. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, Tannehill. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So here's a 3rd and 14. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Tannehill's that's taken in by Okonkwo. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's Tannehill. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Again, Tannehill. Makes the connection with his running back, Derrick Henry. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Tannehill. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he stopped immediately there. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it's not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
11, 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
Back to Mixon on second down. There he goes, right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 65 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
A solid pickup there by Mixon, and when he's running it this way, the Cincinnati offense takes on an extra dimension. They love to run the football and shut people down with Mixon carrying the load.
11 MT tight. 11 MT tight. God.
Mixon with a first down carry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle for loss to Harold Landry.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And now they will throw it with Burrow. That one taken in by... And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Go.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. That's Phillips. Well, that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Inside handoff, Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. Now Folk for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. And he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Mixon will try the right side. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have retaken a third-quarter lead. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Titans 17. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Here you go, Tiger. Yo.
Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 25-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but
but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
11.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
12.
Now it's Burrow. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Here we go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
11, Thomas.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was a good play, an incompletion that feels like a disappointment. The ball was tipped in the air, a chance for an interception, and you can just feel the home crowd coming together thinking, this is the big play we've been looking for. And when it falls to the ground,
Here we go.
a little bit of disappointment, even though it was a good play.
11, MP, take. 11, MP, take.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have him out as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Tannehill. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. back to throw. Tannehill. His throw incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. And this complete to Henry over the middle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Here we go. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. Thomas. Stop.
Running left, it's Mixon. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 131 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Here we go.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Again, it's Mixon. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Here we go.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Escapes the defender. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. He gets it to Burks again. He's got room to roam, and he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. That's Henry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he is going to lose yardage here. This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Here we go.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Let's get set.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he won't get any further as he's taken down right there at the 24. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Here we go, here we go.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
11 mighty, 11 mighty. Dot.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll run with Mixon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
Here we go.
And the Bengals first down.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the
Back in my ways, missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby.